Hey, it's Kat at Orion Billing. Let's talk about something that comes up all the time in urgent care, which is patients who don't pay their bills or say that they can't afford their bill. This happens in all kinds of practice, but this came up recently when a new urgent care client asked me if they can write off deductibles for a patient who can't afford to pay it. So the question is, what can you legally do and what can get you into trouble? There are lots of patients who have high deductibles who either just don't understand their coverage or who genuinely cannot afford to pay what they owe. This is not a rare situation, but how you handle it matters because you want to help your patients, but you don't want to violate your insurance contracts. And if you didn't know that, believe me, you don't want to violate your insurance contracts. So this isn't about being strict for no reason. Nobody likes being told what to do by insurance companies, but it is a fact of life. You have the contracts. So this is about protecting your practice while still having a way to help patients who truly need the help. Let's start with what you cannot do and get it out of the way. You cannot routinely waive patient responsibility. That includes copays, deductibles, and coinsurance. If you're in-network, this is not optional. It's part of your contract. For commercial insurance, your payer contracts generally require that you collect the patient's portion. So if you're just waiving deductibles or copays across the board, you're likely violating a contract. You're also creating a situation where it looks like your actual charges are lower than what you're billing, which can lead to audits or recoupments. Now, with Medicare and other government plans, it goes a step further. Routine waivers of copays and deductibles can raise fraud and abuse concerns, specifically around inducement. There can also be false claims concerns if the claim reflects patient responsibility that you are not actually attempting to collect. So the bottom line is, whether it's commercial insurance or Medicare, you can't just decide not to collect patient responsibility. This is one of those areas where what feels like helping can actually create risk. That doesn't mean you can't help your patients. It just means you have to do it the right way. You can still help patients through a documented financial hardship policy, as long as it's not routinely done, it's not advertised, and it is applied consistently to all patients. Okay, so what you can do, you can offer financial hardship assistance. It needs to be documented and consistent, meaning that you have a written financial hardship policy in place and you apply it the same way to everybody. And it needs to be based on real criteria. Minimally, the policy should spell out a few things. Income guidelines, for example, based on federal poverty levels, a process for patients to request assistance, what documentation is required that the patient provide to show their need for the assistance, and how approvals are handled. And then you need clear rules on exactly what kind of discounts or payment plans you offer. This protects you because now you're not randomly waiving balances, you're applying a structured policy. When I say you need a hardship policy, I don't mean anything super complicated. In real life, it can be very simple. You have a short form, you have clear rules on what qualifies, you decide ahead of time what kind of discounts or payment plans you offer, and you make sure it's approved consistently by the same person or role in your office. And you still bill the patient's insurance and then apply the hardship to the patient portion after the insurance processes. It's about structure. It's not about making it difficult. If you don't currently have a hardship policy in place, that's something you should fix sooner than later. If you would like a copy of my hardship policy template, go to my website at orionbilling.com, fill out the contact form, and put hardship policy or something in the message, and I'll send it over to you. It lists what to include, gives you a basic structure, a patient form example, and how to implement it in your practice. It's just a general template that you can customize for your own practice. Please see the description of the video for some links on the subject from CMS and the OIG, and have a great day.